Hola, ¿cómo están? Blessed full moon in Scorpio. Bienvenidos, familia. We're going to get into today's ancestral message, aligning with the energy of Abuelita Luna, with the energy of Scorpio, and it just feels so divine. It really does. So go ahead, get cozy, get comfortable, and we're gonna just cleanse the space real quick. Taking some deep breaths to ground, allowing ourselves to be receptive to this cleansing, because it's a full moon. We want to make sure that we're embracing these energies properly, you know? You know. What made us smile today? Go ahead and let us know in the comments. Yeah? Yeah? Ya tú sabes. Gracias, antepasados, amorosos, sanados, y verdaderos. And so it is so. Alright. Y'all, this full moon is potent. That's all I gotta say. This full moon is potent in a beautiful way. In a very, I don't want to say dark, very just, I guess, dramatic, powerful, a little, I guess, off-putting in a sense, at least in this personal individual's experience. Pero we're going to ask the ancestors, Abuelita Luna, specifically connecting with Abuelita Luna on this, the day of the full moon. What are the messages for the collective? Peace of heart. Ooh, okay. Trials. Peace of heart. Trials. This actually does kind of look like a broken heart in a way. But it also looks like paths. Time to be still, because for some of us in the collective, we may be experiencing heartache, heartbreak, grief, and the way that it has broken the heart has created, I guess, what we'll call a ripple effect through the dimensions, through the timelines. And so right now it's important to be still, to protect the peace within our heart, to protect the love that still remains in our heart. Even though our heart is always abundant in love, we just gotta remind ourselves of that and tap back into that energy. Taking deep breaths when we feel overwhelmed. Taking deep breaths when we don't know where to go. I'm going more into that ripple effect. Right now it seems like whatever some of us have experienced along this heartbreak, the ancestors are saying there's basically 3 routes we can take. It's, if y'all seen Avengers, is it the Infinity Stones? The Infinity War? When she's showing Bruce or the Hulk how to, that when they remove the stone, that creates a whole ripple into another timeline, another reality, and a whole bunch of other just consequences. I feel like consequences isn't the right word, but y'all get the point. That's basically what happened when this, say, eruption of the heart occurred. And it could happen today, it could have happened this past week, it could have happened recently, it could be yet to come. To each their own, this isn't for everyone. Again, take what resonates. But in that moment, 3 different paths of timelines occurred. Because what was presented were 3 options, 3 courses of actions that could be taken. And this is why the future is subjective, because in the multidimensional verse, everything's already happening. The decision to go right or left is already made in 2 separate timelines. A version of ourselves already went right, a version of ourselves already went left. But when it's our timeline and we're in that moment of what to decide, we may not know what is ahead, right or left. And this is where intuition, in a sense, comes in. Because another version of ourselves knows, hey, if we go left, it may not be so fun. Hey, if we go right, it'll be fun. And this is how we make better decisions. And this is how we align with our spirit. This is how we align with our intuition, with our ancestors, because they're guiding us. And one path is pretty much a runaround. If we decide on that course of path, the ancestors are saying it's just going to bring us back to square one. So we may end up just getting hurt again. While the other path is, we'll say, a bit rocky. It has some moments of highs and lows. And then the middle path, yeah, I guess we could say right, left, or middle. The right path is going to bring us back around. The left path is going to have its ups and downs. But the middle path is alignment. It's literally just like a 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, however you want to take that. So there is, I was going to say easy, but I feel aligned. There is a more aligned path for us, where we will perceive it as smooth sailing, smooth riding, everything is easy. And that's what our ancestors want for us, because they want us to feel gentle, and they want us to feel embraced, and they want us to feel loved and appreciated and kind. And they don't want us to feel like it's out of reach, because they love us. It's within reach. We just gotta tap in, connect. Listen and learn. This is the time to speak up. And this is a collective message for those who aren't in this energy of heartbreak. So those of us outside of this collective energy, majority of us are in this collective energy, but you know, there's a few little seeds or beings. The mission right now is to listen, learn, and it's time to speak up. Speak the truth. And for the another aspect of the collective, it's time to really get grounded, because we need our roots firm, because whatever is coming our way is not going to shake us, not going to move us, not going to knock us down. We're going to stand tall, we're going to stand firm. And the ancestors want us to open our hearts more to nature. So getting out more, getting more grounded with nature, so that we could be unshakable. Let's remember to breathe through all this, yeah? Yeah, all right. Let's see what the numbers gotta say. What made us smile today? Blessed full moon, y'all. Sending so much prayers of protection, love, and peace. All right. For those of us experiencing this heartache, a lot of it has to do with grief, which I feel is a big theme right now lately for the collective. What number is this? Is that a 13? I guess that is a 13. Okay, that's a weird looking 3. Sorry. I couldn't tell what, here, maybe I could show y'all. If y'all can. So it's a 13. We're working with the air element, specifically with grief. The ancestors want us to remember the divine feminine, the divine mother. 13 represents the divine feminine as well. That's why Friday the 13th is a day to honor the divine feminine. And the ancestors are saying for those of us who are connected with Hecate or Hecate, whatever name you know her by, she is definitely here to help with this grief. And she is such a compassionate deity, titan, goddess. She is the mother maiden crone. She is the triple goddess, but she's here to help us. She's here to remind us of the strength of our voice, the strength of our mind, and the strength of communication, affirmation, vulnerability, information. And it's through receiving what's in our hearts, listening to our hearts, receiving that information, receiving what it is we continue to be grieving about. Yeah. Hecate. So powerful. A ritual she's saying for some of us to do who are working through grief is to write down, especially on this full moon, especially in this full moon period. We got the next 3 days, so whenever you're catching this video, even if it's not the full moon, still, write it down. Everything that we are grieving about, everything that is hurting us, everything that we just do not like, burn it. Burn it. Work with the fire elements. And allow our thoughts to be released into the ether. This 13 is really just powerful and magnetic. It's not an unlucky number. It's a number of feminine strength and vulnerability, power, transmutation, creation. And this is here to remind us that it doesn't matter our gender, because we don't talk about gender over here. Hello. No, we're here, we're queer, we ain't got no fear. This is the divine feminine energy, which is within all of us. And it's time to embrace her. It's time to let her, be wild and be free. Oh, how divine. It's very magnetic, this 13. And for some of us, we just need to sit in stillness. As we were saying earlier, this sense of just being still and focusing on the heart within. Antepasados. Yeah, okay, cool. We got some, I guess, advice. Before we take any action, before we do any movement, we really need to be still. We need to be still. We need to bring our hands to the heart. Let's take a deep breath. Breathe in love, forgiveness, compassion, gratitude, abundance. Hold it. And let it go. That's what we need to do before taking any action. Point blank, period. Because we got a new beginning. We got a new beginning, y'all. And this new beginning is, these eggs are really popping out. We're hatching this new beginning. Some of it's already hatched. And that's beautiful. And these cards are for those of the outside of the heartache and grief. So those who are learning, speaking up, those who are getting more grounded and opening the heart, this is a new beginning. New beginning. And then we got slow and steady. Slow and steady. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Calming the mind, shutting off all logic, opening the heart, and receive the transmission. What is a slow and steady card telling us intuitively? And the transmission is received. Again, that is for the personal individual who received the message. And what's really getting knocked into place right now is teaching. There we go. And this is for those, because it could be separate, but it could be an individual who's experiencing both the listen, learn, and speak up and getting grounded and opening the heart. The more grounded, the more rooted, the more firm, the more connected we are with Pachamama, with the natural world, the better we are to express ourselves, express our truth, express our authenticity, our creativity, to speak up, to listen, to understand that balance of right now is when I should be saying something, right now is when I shouldn't be saying something, and let's just go through that, you know? And through this connection, we create so much more structure and balance and discipline. Because some of us are lacking a bit of discipline, and that's okay. It's totally okay. Because discipline looks different for everyone. Not everyone operates the same. Not everyone is the same. And not everyone grounds the same. Not everyone gets rooted in the same way. Some of us it's easier, some of it's harder, some of us have our own methods. Personally, this is just a personal, I feel that being barefoot in grass or dirt is a universal for grounding. Or for some people that may not necessarily not work, but they may not like that. They may be sensitive or have sensory issues. So doing that may feel a little too much, and that's totally fine. We can always climb trees, we can hug trees, we could collect twigs and leaves and plants. There's so many different ways to get grounded. It's truly just inviting more of the natural world into our being, into our heart. And so that's for that outside collective. And for those with the grief, we're experiencing a whirlpool of power. Whirlpool of power. So we got burden in the reverse. We got omens. We got creativity in the reverse. We got anger in the reverse. We're gonna come back to the creativity card because this is the one that has the transmission. Taking a deep breath, inhale. Exhaling slowly. Let's open the heart. Let's calm the mind. We receive the message intuitively. It may come through words, it may come through emotions, it may come through sensations, it may come through colors, it may come through sounds, it may come through signs. let's just be open and receptive to what this creativity in the reverse card is bringing to us today in this transmission. Transmission received, so it is. And so for those of us that are working through the grief, and that may be on or choosing the path that is a bit more rocky, it's rocky because we're still in a sense of trying to have control over our reality. We are the creators of our reality, but having control over it is different. Creation and control, they're, I don't even want to say one and the same. They're just, I guess, two sides of the coin. Because we create reality, we don't control it. To create it is to put in the codes, upload this thought, manifest this idea, and then allow spirit to work. We don't force spirit and control spirit to bring it to us now. It's feeling like a lot of affirmations. Not even affirmations, just communication with the omens and the signs that we are receiving. Because even though we may be experiencing grief, heartache, heartbreak, our hearts are still so connected to love. We're never separate from love. It's more like the grief creates this layer that we need to peel back to remind ourselves that, like, hey, this love is still here. And for many of us, we do feel it, we do see it. We're just so bombarded intuitively that we may not be able to sense it. Let's remember our ancestors in these moments, because our ancestors have experienced so much heartache and grief and loss and heartbreak and that whole spectrum of emotions. Does that mean we need to experience or feel it? I guess that's a personal, take on it. But we don't. I feel we may need to, in certain instances, to understand and know that that is what this feeling is. But our ancestors got through it. Our ancestors continue to get through it because they're not separate. In another dimension, they're still alive. They're still here right now, all simultaneously, coordinating. And so we are supported. We're not alone through this grief or this loss. Even if we feel physically alone, spiritually, we are so supported and backed. And we need to allow ourselves to recognize the signs. It could be a bird, it could be a leaf, it could be a twig, it could be someone passing by, it could be something that's on someone's shirt. But when those omens and those signs are very clear, and if we're not present enough to recognize that we are just getting messages from the great beyond, from the loving ancestors, from the ancient ancestors, from our angels, whoever, we may miss those omens, we may miss those signs, or we may still get stuck in this physical 3D that we need to stay in perpetual grief and perpetual sorrow and perpetual healing. And that's not true. Because beneath a lot of it is the anger. And this anger comes from, again, that sense of trying to control. Whatever happened, we couldn't control it. It happened. It literally happened. Did we allow it? Possibly. Did we see it coming? Possibly not. Either way, it happened. It is without of our control. What is in our control is our power to alchemize this event and turn it into something to be grateful for, something to be loving for, something to be abundant for, something to be compassionate and forgiving. Anything that resides in the heart. Easier said than done, but it's not impossible. We just need to be reminded that we are supported spiritually and physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, in any way that we feel unsupported. We're actually so much more supported than we may think or realize or recognize. So this internal anger it's a bit detrimental. It keeps us from truly embracing our true power. And that's fine. If we're feeling angry, feel through that anger. But do not allow the anger to constantly come in and overtake and overwhelm and overpower. Because we want to be in control of our lives. Let's be in control of our thoughts. Let's be in control of our emotions. Let's be in control of our actions. Let's be in control of our affirmations and our words and our sentences. Ya tú sabes. For those of us who are healing, focus a lot on that solar plexus area. Eat yellow foods, wear yellow colors, balance out that energy. Go and sunbathe, go and sun gaze. Really charge that up. Drink some water. Because it may be different. Some of us may be feeling overactive in the solar, some may be feeling underactive, and there's different ways to balance that out. So follow your intuition, trust your ancestors, and see what comes for you. There's hope when we decide to step further into the void. Let's continue to bring ourselves back into the heart. Seriously, let's continue to bring ourselves back into the heart. All right. That's it. Are you sure? All right. We got the 8 of Wands in the reverse. This is a gentle process. This isn't a fast one. This isn't an easy one, we'll say. It can be simple, but this process is going to take time for some of us. So we got 2 Pentacles. We got the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. And we got the 2 of Pentacles upright. But that's actually going to go with a different one. So the 5 of Pentacles in that reverse. To stay more protected about what type of conversations we are allowing ourselves to have with other people. Because if we are in these states of grief, sorrow, heartbreak, heartache, depression, and if we're communicating with people who are also speaking that way, let's not say that. If we're engaging in conversations with others as we're working through this, who are not pouring affirmations of love and health and healing and empowerment into us, we're truly just putting ourselves more into a spiral. Again, this isn't also leaning into toxic positivity, which is like, live and light, get over it, it'll pass. It's no. Having conversations with people who allow you the moments to be vulnerable, to be in your states that you're in, to feel through it, to express it. But then eventually they guide this conversation into a way where, hey, all right, you felt through it, you cried, we cried, let's give a hug, let's do this, let's go get some food, let's go for a walk, let's do these things. Because some people, most people, do not really know how to navigate these types of situations. And that's totally fine. Unless we're a licensed therapist, it's not really our job. But however, some of us are so compassionate and kind, we want to show up for our friend or our family or our partner or our loved one, whoever it may be. But the ancestors really want us to just connect with them. If we feel like we really need to talk or express and we may not have someone physically, connect with the ancestors, talk to the ancestors, talk to the spirit, talk to the sky, to the trees, to the air, to the water, to the earth, whoever, whatever you feel called to, just speak what you feel and watch how everything just starts to like, ooh. So we got the Two of Pentacles with the Transformation card from the Shamanic Oracle deck. Yes. A big turnaround, a transformation, honestly. In our power. In our focus. In the way we overcome, overcast. Because through this experience, we're shedding so much. And it truly is, again, the transformation. It has the caterpillar, but we're not in the caterpillar, we're in the chrysalis. Right now, we're in that stage where we are metamorphosizing, and it feels uncomfortable, and it feels icky, and it feels like we want to break out, but we're not yet ready to break out because we're not fully in our strength there. We're not fully in our power. We can't fully break out. And so it's going to be this whole back and forth between decisions, because this is a lot of 2 energy, because it's a 2, and then the 22 for transformation. So that's 2, 2, 2. This is activation, alignment. We are in the right place in the right time. The upgrades are set in and continue to settle in. Master number 22 is the master builder. Through this, I have been feeling a lot of the 4 energy and a lot of the building energy. This is building strength. This is building firmness. This is building truth and balance and confidence. Yes, we may be in a dark space, but this dark space is truly allowing us to shed it off, tear it away. And this is something that is a constant decision right now. It's a conscious choice we're constantly making. Again, we have the 3 split of the dimensions. But we are in the midst of transformation, and we are not doing this alone. The ancestors are here supporting us and backing us every single step of the way. Our loving ancestors, our ancient ancestors, our queer, trans, non-binary, BIPOC ancestors, our ancestors that were healers, that were medicine people, that were shamans, that were witches, that were leaders, that were guides. So many more want to come through. Let's allow them to. And let's speak with them gently. Perhaps giving an offering. And offerings don't always have to be a plate of food or a cup of water. It could be just living. It could be just speaking. It could be a song. It could be dancing. It could be whatever. And the more vulnerable and the more we speak to our ancestors, the more we're going to see the shedding become so much easier. And it just hit actually 3333 on the timestamp. So fully supported by our ancestors. Love it. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck over here. We got truth in the reverse. And honestly, the last message from the ancestors is that some of us are just uncomfortable with the truth, being honest with ourselves and being honest with others, and that is okay. This is why we are on these journeys to grow and heal and to speak our truth. But first, we need to speak our truth with ourselves and be honest about what we are allowing ourselves to receive subconsciously, whether through subliminals, through messages, through affirmations, through conversations, through interactions, through engagements, whatever it may be. Because we allowed too many seeds to be planted that didn't need to be. So yeah. Giving gratitude to the ancient ancestors as we close this space, close this channel, and just lighting this offering of rosemary and lavender as a thank you for being present, for being here, being queer, having no fear. No one's told you today, I love you. Thank you for existing. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for being alive. So grateful to witness existence in itself through our reflection. So thank you for partaking in this video. you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you feel in your heart. If you're not sure what to comment, go ahead and let us know what made us smile today in the comments, because we would love to hear it. If y'all would like a personal one-on-one soul session to get some shamanic healing, workings, cleansing, clearing, activation, alignment, connect with our angels, our ancestors, and spirit guides, and truly feel empowered, and remember that we are these badass creators that don't work for the Matrix, make the Matrix work for us, you could book a session in the description. Yeah? Yeah. I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. We are here. We are queer. We ain't got no fear. Y'all have a beautiful, protected, safe, and blessed full moon in Scorpio.